Dora to the big screen. Sears and Whirlpool split. Pixel 2 disaster. And Sir Elton John speaks out. Hi, I'm Rob Anspach from Anspach Media, and welcome to episode 161 of What's Trending on Facebook Today. You know, if you're just tuning in, what I do is I take some of the trending subjects on Facebook and give you my spin on them, my thoughts, my opinions. Now, we got bunch of trends today that I want to get through because I think there's 4 of them. They're all pretty good ones. So let's just jump right in. Usually I give you guys some tiny bit of information or tip or whatever, but we're not going to do that this episode. We're just going to jump right into the trends. So, you know, all you Dora fans, you're getting a live action film. Yep. Says that Paramount Pictures is moving forward on a live-action Dora the Explorer film written by Neighbors director Nick Stoller. The rep has learned Michael Bay is going to be producing the film through his Platinum Dunes label. Now, Michael Bay is also responsible for Transformers. So, you know, I'm not sure how this Dora movie is going to be. But I think that, it's going to, get some of the teens to come out. Not teens. Not teens. No, not teens. Preteens. Little ones to come out and see what's, this whole live-action Dora movie is all about. But, I'm curious to see how it turns out. Because, to me, I hate when cartoons go to a live sequel. I think the only one that really worked for was Scooby-Doo. And they produced 2 movies, and they turned out really well, but not sure how Dora will be. We'll see. Now, it says Sears has cut century-old ties with Whirlpool and will stop selling its appliances. Sears Holding is cutting ties. And here's the thing, folks. Sears is going downhill. Big time. And I think so is Whirlpool. So you got 2 old companies that can no longer compete in today's world, bailing on each other. I think that Sears and Whirlpool both need to look at what's happening in the world today with social media, with alternative forms of marketing, and kind of retweak what they're doing. But they're not. Instead, they're just saying, you know what? We're not going to sell appliances anymore. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. I think one of the biggest shots in the arm to Sears long ago was getting rid of the Craftsman brand and getting rid of some of the other things that they were doing, and it's killing them. They just can't compete with Walmart anymore. So let's go on to another person who's struggling to compete, and that's Google. See, Google has just launched the Pixel 2 phone, and supposedly it's making weird clicking noises. And it's coming out of, I guess, the lens for the camera. But it says the launch of Google's new iPhone rivaling smartphone is turning into a disaster. Look, people, you all know that I'm an Apple fanatic, and I got my Apple devices and my iPads and my Air computers and Macs and desktops and everything I switched over to Apple years ago. If you're going to create a product that is strictly rival to something else, then there's no point in even trying to create a product. Create a product because it has some type of passion. It has some type of something that people are going to love and admire. Don't just say, hey, yeah, we created this thing to kill off iPhone. It doesn't work. Whenever your sole purpose is to go after another company, all you're going to do is spin your wheels and fail. So right now, Google's being laughed at because they have a product that's not working, And they kept saying that it's, an iPhone killer. It's, going to rival iPhone. It's going to do all these things. Nah. You know what? Don't buy it. Just my opinion. Now, if you have not seen the new movie Kingsman, go see it. Sir Elton John is in the movie. He kicks butt. It's just, I think it's just a great. Now there is a lot of F-bombs being dropped in the movie, but that is what makes this movie and Elton John in this movie hilarious. Now, what's not hilarious is certain lawmakers trying to do things that, are against the grain of society. Now, Elton John here slams a lawmaker who suggested people with HIV should be quarantined. Elton John responded Monday to Georgia State Representative Betty Price's disturbing suggestion that perhaps people with HIV should be quarantined in order to curtail the spread of the disease. For all you guys out there, maybe you don't know, maybe you do know, Sir Elton John has an AIDS foundation, and he's doing particularly well in helping educate people on this disease, and he's helping to try to eradicate this disease. And, by trying to quarantine people, you're basically, we're going back to the medieval ages where we put a scarlet letter on somebody and say, you're unclean. Doesn't work. And it's inhumane. So, these types of lawmakers who are trying to come up with these stupid rules, I think should be the first people who get quarantined. Just my opinion. But if you haven't given to Sir Elton John's foundation, please do so, because it's a worthwhile foundation. Now, speaking of Sir Elton John, this book was written by my buddy Steve Sims. It just got picked up to be rewritten and published in China, but Sir Elton John's foundation also recommended this book. So if you haven't gotten this one, go to Amazon, grab it. It's a hardcover, and I've read it 3 times already. It's just an awesome read. So go grab it. Go help Elton John. Go help Steve Sims. Just go out and help people. Anyway, that leads us to the question of the day. Out of the 4 trending subjects that I mentioned, Dora, Sears, Google Pixel, and Sir Elton John, which one of them sparked your curiosity? I'm curious to know. Just comment below and share your answer. Hey, if you like this episode, remember to give me a like, comment, and a share. And if you're seeing this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. And if you'd like to learn more about what I do to help my clients build trust with their audience, visit me at anspachmedia.com. Well, that's it for the show, folks. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you tomorrow on episode 162.